I remember Devi Dja. The first time I met her was in 1960, when I was only 9. That was soon after my mother married my stepfather, Ray Bowman. He was a talent manager, an impresario, and a presenter of jazz and world music. Devi Dja was already a well-known figure at movie studios. She was a renowned Indonesian dancer who choreographed and appeared in numerous motion pictures, often uncredited. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Devi Dja's name means Sun Eternal. She was born in 1914 on the island of Java. She may have appeared as this young girl does at that time. From the age of 6, she was taught and performed the Legong, a ceremonial Balinese dance where young girls reenact mythical legends and translate them into exquisite dances. This dance is characterized by elaborate footwork, delicate hand gestures, coupled with dramatic facial expressions. Following tradition, Legong dancers would stop dancing as womanhood approached. It was then time to marry and raise a family. But for Devi Dja, she loved to dance. It was her passion. So she defiantly continued to dance past the age of 14, vowing she would dance for the rest of her life. At age 16, she met the great symphony conductor Leopold Stokowski when he visited Bali. He saw the young girl perform and was so enchanted with her, he invited her to England once she was old enough so that she could dance the Legong in London. She promised she would. She soon discovered the famed Russian ballerina Anna Pavlova had toured the world years before and actually came to Indonesia to dance the ballet. Devi Dja decided that if the great ballerina could dance around the world, she too could do the same for Indonesian dance. Devi Dja kept her promise to Stokowski, and he brought her to England. And he brought the finest musicians and dancers from Indonesia with her. Just as Pavlova did years before, she began to tour the world. Audiences filled concert halls to see her dance, hear the gamelan orchestra, and her dancers would enchant them. She became known as the Pavlova of the Orient. During World War II, she settled in Hollywood, where she began choreographing and even appearing in films which contain scenes set in the Far East and Indochina. The most famous of these would be the 1945 film The Picture of Dorian Gray, where she was the center of attention in one very powerful and pivotal scene. In 1954, Devi Dja became a naturalized American citizen, the first Indonesian woman to do so. My stepfather, Ray Bowman, was Devi Dja's manager, and I first met her in 1960. She taught me about the Legong and took me to my very first gamelan concert in West Hollywood. I remember Devi Dja, and I miss her to this day. She was a remarkable soul who was immensely talented, but she was also very sweet and kind to me. Her epitaph reads, "May you dance in God's light forever." I have no doubt she's doing exactly that.